Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So, now the Biden administration wants to build a wall. Go figure. So, the Biden administration, guys, is now reversing their original talk about building a wall. So, initially, when Biden was elected, he was like, well, you know what? We got to stop building this wall because it's, like everything under the sun that people were saying Trump was when he wanted to build a wall. They were saying, well, it's racist, it's xenophobic, it's all this other stuff. Why should we stop people from coming here? This is the Democrats and their stupid thinking. Biden's campaign was like, we're going to stop building a wall when we get in office. What did they do? They stopped building that wall. Okay. Now, with the immigration crisis that we're seeing, with probably military intel telling them, listen, there are a lot of military-aged men from different nations coming into this country, West Africans specifically, Chinese, and of course you got the South and Central American men coming here with no kids. So with all of that being said, now the Biden administration is like, yo, we got to build that wall. But they want to build some stupid number like 40 or 50 miles of wall when they need like hundreds of more miles. Now, under Trump, he built about 450 miles of wall. But keep in mind, the Biden administration was taking down a lot of that wall and using it for metal or something like that. Some craziness they were doing with the metal or the material, sorry, for the wall that was being built. They gave it away or something like that. Like the Biden administration is giving everything away. We gave money away to Ukraine. Now we're going to be giving money away to Israel. It's like we got our own problems and we're worried about people on other sides of the world that, yes, one war can affect us. The other one truly didn't. Ukraine didn't affect us at all. The Israeli war can absolutely affect us, and I'm going to get to the reason why in a little bit. Now, the Biden administration wants to build a wall. They're like, well, we got to slow it down. And of course, you got Democrats, mainly Democrats and liberals, saying, well, building a wall is racist. All right, and they're even saying this about Biden, and that it's not going to stop the influx of immigrants coming here, illegal immigrants coming here. And here's the rub, guys. It will slow it down. Nothing's going to stop it, but you can make it harder for them, right? So like that video you saw of the immigrants going through barbed wire with their kids, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, why the fuck? Out of all the places that they can cross, they crossed there. Pushing their kids through there. Kids are crying, they're crying, people are getting cut, ouch. And I'm like, you're stupid. You're just stupid for going through that when you could have fucking went any other... Not the point. The point, guys, is that the Biden administration has been proven wrong every step of the way. When they wanted to get rid of the wall, when they wanted to stop building it, when they wanted to listen to the liberals and the Democrats and go, you know what, guys, you're right. This is bad. We shouldn't be doing this because it makes us look xenophobic and racist. Now Biden administration wants to build a wall, and their excuse for building a wall is, well, for what's going on with all these illegal immigrants crossing the border, and apparently the money that was allocated to building the wall under Trump can't be spent anywhere else, which is absolute bullshit. The Biden administration could do whatever they want with that money and make it happen through Congress. And Congress would have, especially being that both houses now are Democrats, they could do whatever they want to do with that money. But he used that as an excuse, being like, well, we really can't do anything on money. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Anything that comes out of this administration's mouth is bullshit. Now, according to the DHS secretary, there's a sudden and immediate need to build a wall. I wonder who said that. I wonder which Trump stated reasons why we needed a wall. And Trump even admitted that it's not going to stop the immigrants from coming. It's going to slow them down. That's all we need to do. What we should do is build a wall, build a mulch on the other side, and fill it with alligators, or alligators in glass bottles, broken glass bottles. You choose. And then when they jump over the wall, they land in an alligator pit, glass bottles. If they land in a mushroom pit or marshmallow pit, they win. They get to come to this country. But if they land in the other two pits, well, guess what? They don't make it. Or they have a lot of shards of glass in their body. You choose. But either way, guys, there's got to be a way, right? And a catapult, I'm still a fucking fan of that one. Putting them in a catapult, launching them back over the wall, and then making sure they land in, like, again, marshmallows or some shit, or balls or whatever it is. This needs to stop. This cannot be the lifeboat of the world. Now, I did a video about a year or two ago talking about us being a lifeboat of the world and how we cannot be the lifeboat of the world. We cannot take on every single country that has a problem because these fucking men in these countries are too pussies, vaginas, cowards, leave and run. They're like, well, we can't fight. Let's escape to America because they'll save us because they're taking everybody on and they're giving money to every single illegal immigrant that comes here, especially if you land here in New York. These men in these countries are showing the bitchery of men around the world because, guys, believe it or not, it's not just here in America. I know you guys are looking at American men like, there's a bunch of fucking women in this country. Not any men anymore, women. It's around the world because we're seeing a lot of these men who can fight against whatever bullshit's going on in their country and they choose not to. They choose to run. Not only do they choose to run, they're abandoning their duty to fight in a lot of these countries. Not all of these countries. Actually, all of these countries. That is your duty, to protect your land. And then you want to come here and start instituting your countries or your old way of life. Well, in South America, we did this and we did that. We celebrated this, we celebrated that. Go fuck yourself. You're not in that country anymore. You're here. You want to come here, you abide by American holidays and rules. We're not going to sit there and start making food for you and speaking your language because you wanted to come here. It's the most asinine shit in the world when these liberal states like New York want to make every language available for people. Fuck you. Learn English. Bottom line. You want to be American? Learn how to speak American. It's as simple as that. But instead, we cater to everybody, and other countries know that. That's why they come here. And so they're like, well, America's the lifeboat of the world. Let's go to America and we'll be protected. Then once we get to America, we can take over from the inside, as we're starting to see with a lot of bullshit. If you guys are not paying attention to what's going on YouTube and commercials, there are a lot of Chinese fucking ads popping up all of a sudden. There are a lot of Chinese ads popping up on mainstream TV stations now. They're starting to infiltrate us from the inside. There are a lot of Spanish-speaking fucking commercials on English-speaking channels. Why? Why the fuck why Telemundo? I don't give a fuck. I don't even watch that shit. But why are you advertising a Spanish-speaking channel on an English-speaking channel? So that I can go over and go, oh, I want to watch Telemundo. I want to learn how to speak Spanish. No, I don't. I'm learning it for other reasons. But no, that's not. Why are they're Spanish-speaking commercials on English channels? It's above me. But that's part of the infiltration. That's part of trying to get everybody used to the bullshit that's coming here now. You don't see English-speaking channels in any other fucking country. Nope. But here, we're fucking displaying all kinds of channels for everybody or the demographics of that area and playing the commercials according to the area that the commercial's showing it. Sorry. Which is, again, bullshit. You come here, learn the language. Nonetheless, the Biden administration is now, again, they're like, well, we got to do something. We got to build. And then the crazy thing is, like, they're never going to say it. They're never going to say, well, Trump was right. But Trump was right. The problem is, guys, is that for a lot of the things that Trump stood for and was doing, and the Biden administration came into office and said, nope, we're changing that. We're changing this. We're definitely not doing that. And now they're like, damn, that fucking asshole might have been right. And so now, tail between their legs, now they got to build this wall. And they're apparently going to build it with some kind of rush behind it. The urgency. Again, guys, everything that's going on right now, I feel like is part of a plan to destroy this country. There is no reason why Democrats are speaking in favor of illegal immigrants being here, and not only them being here, but stating even to the Biden administration that they shouldn't build a wall because that's not what this country's about. So then what is it about? Because, yes, you want to save everybody, but you can't. Because as soon as you start taking on too many people, the lifeboat overturns, and guess what? You're not going to get it to turn back over, not those anyway, those big-ass things. And then you kill everybody else. Now, they're not going to kill everybody else here, but they're going to make life a lot harder for everyone else here if we keep taking on so many people. I'm going to estimate there's probably, since the border rush of, let's say, 2-3 years ago, we must have 10 million people, additional people here. 5 to 10 million additional people here. Over the course of the last, let's say, 10 years, maybe 20 million. Now, that's math I'm just throwing up in my head according to the records of every year how many illegal immigrants come here illegally. And from all over. We're talking not just, the the southern border, just all over the place. How many people take a plane here and then fucking once they get into this country, they disappear? So there is another issue, the amount of military-aged men coming across this border. Now, obviously, we saw what happened in Israel. Apparently, when a lot of the attacks went down, some of these guys were already in Israel, and they set it off from within, and then they came across the border, they came across the sea and the air. We have enough guys crossing the borders. We have enough illegal immigrants coming in here into this country, guys. It's like an invasion. The amount of people that are fucking running across the border, the amount of videos we've seen, all of these people flooding across the border. With a lot of those military age fighting men in those groups, guys, it doesn't take nothing but another year or so for them to build up, get their shit together, and light off an attack. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No, but it's a lot more plausible now than it was a year or two ago. So it's just something to pay attention to. Again, not saying it's going to happen. I'm actually not worried about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.